So we're starting section 3.4 and we're learning about horizontal and vertical lines. When it is a horizontal line, you will always write your equation as y equals. And if it is a vertical line going up and down, you will always write it as x equals and then some number. So I have Desmos open here and I'm going to show you why that's the case. So let's graph these two. Y equals. So that means that for every value of y, whatever the x is, the y will always be 4. So using the table over here, let's see what it looks like. So the y is always 4. So I'm going to put 4 here, 4 there, 4 there. Now I can put any value for x. That's what it means. So let's just put -1, 0, 3, 7. And if you notice my line being drawn here, it is a horizontal line. Okay. Now the difference is it needs to have arrows here on the end. This is just a line segment, but make sure you put arrows at the end. Okay, so let's do B. We're going to graph x equals. So x equals -2. And again, that means for every single value of x, it's going to be -2, -2, and -2. And y's can be anything. So let's go back here to our graph. We're going to change everything here. And just delete them all. Delete all of these. Go down. And for my 2 value, I'm going to, or -2, -2. So all my x values are going to be -2, -2, -2. And then for y, we can pick whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Let's pick 15. Let's pick 6. And let's pick -3, and let's pick -10. Notice, because all of my values are -2, this is going to be a vertical line. All right, so pause the video, and I want you to do monitoring progress 1 and 2. I am on page 130 in your textbook, and check your answers in the back. All right, so moving on to page 131 and still in section 3.4. This is a really important concept. It's going to make your life so much easier when you're graphing linear equations. It's using the intercepts. So I know that there's a lot of words here about using the x-intercept when y is 0 and finding the y-intercept with x is 0. The best way to understand this is just to do some problems. So we're going to try this one. Okay, so we're going to write a t-chart here. And for x, we're going to put in 0. And then for y, we're going to put in 0. So, easiest way to do this. This is in standard form, yay, which makes it a little bit easier. Wherever I see x, I'm going to plug in 0. So this is going to be 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. That just becomes 0. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And then y is going to be 3. Yay. So now, let's find when y is 0. So I'm going to put 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. That's just 0. I'm now going to divide both sides by 3, and then x is going to be 4. So to make a straight line, you really should have 3 points, but 2 points using the intercepts is fine. And the intercepts are where they cross the x and the y axes. So I'm going to go over here to Desmos, and I'm going to use a t-chart, a table. So I have 0, 3, that's my first point. And notice, it is crossing which axes? It is crossing the y-axis. So now let's do the next one, which is 4, 0. Aha, there we go. So this is my straight line. The only difference is that it should be going through the axes, and there should have arrows on each end. And this is what my line looks like. 2 points using 2 different zeros for x and for y. Let's move on to another problem. So let's do monitoring progress 3. I'm on page 131. Let me clear out my Desmos here. Okay, so we're going to graph these using the intercepts, x and y. So I'm going to find the y-intercept by plugging in 0 for x, and then I'm going to find the x-intercept by plugging in 0 for y. So let's do the first one. 2 times 0 minus y equals 4. Negative y equals 4, so y equals negative 4. Next one, plug in 0 for y. So 2x minus 0 equals 4. 2y equals 4. Divide both sides by 2. Y equals 2. So I'm going to bring it over here to my graph because we have to graph them. 0, negative 4, and then 2, 0. Now, I'm going to do a third point just to make sure that it makes a straight line. And, oops, sorry about that. If I put in 1, if you look at my graph here, if I put in 1, my answer should come out to be negative 2. So let's see if that works. If I plug in 1, the answer should come out to be negative 2. So 2 times 1 minus y equals 4. Subtract 2 from both sides, so negative y equals 2. Divide by negative 1, so y equals negative 2. Aha. Let's look. We're going to check. 1, negative 2. It's this point that's right here. Let's plug it in. 1 and negative. Whoops. What happened? It's going to be 1. Uh-oh. Messed up my graph here. 1 and negative 2. And there it is. This is how you graph it. So pause the video. I want you guys to do monitoring progress 4, and hopefully that will be enough for you guys to do your homework. Don't forget on IXL, it is S18 is the intercepts, and then vertical and horizontal lines is S20 and S21 in Algebra 1.